I'm just about to go to the gym, but even though I'm so tired from a very busy weekend and not too much sleep, but I just thought I would share with you, and I know I can see myself in the mirror there. I would share with you what happened this morning. My partner just witnessed an accident where a car hit a man, like right in front of him. So he got out of his car and helped this poor pedestrian who was knocked over. Apparently, his foot was like broken off, and he said you could see bones sticking out. And this guy was just obviously lying on the road, and my partner called the ambulance, waited for the ambulance to come. So it just shows you in an instant like that, your whole life can change. It really can. And it just puts things into perspective, which we all know. We know this. We know that life is precious. It can change in an instant. We know these things, but sometimes it's good to be reminded. Shame, he came back for a moment just shaking. He just needed to come home, like obviously unload what just happened before he went into work. But number one, what a good man. He stopped, he helped, he waited until the guy was being taken away by the ambulance. And um, he's somebody who cares deeply and who feels things and is not afraid to feel things and help out and be human and be vulnerable. So, ladies, look for that in a partner. Look for somebody who would be there during the hard times, who would be there to help you when you're ill, when you're sick, when you're old, when you're infirm, all these things. Uh, looks and money, no, yes, we need money to live, but there is a certain level, and then above that doesn't really matter. It does a bit, but not the end of the world. But who that person is as a human being, you can't buy that with money. So just there's so much superficiality right here out on the internet, on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, people talking about how looks matter, how money matters, how and they do ish, but they don't as well. They you can be the most beautiful person, but if you're mean and ugly and malicious and nasty on the inside, it doesn't count for anything. And there are so many people who very average looking, but who are so good and decent and wonderful. But then again, those people sometimes are too nice and they do get walked all over. So with anything in life, there's nuance and there's boundaries and there's more to the story. And looks is just the surface. It's just that little icing on the cake. It really. So I always say it's nice to be groomed, have good personal hygiene, smell good, brush your hair, dress as nicely as you can afford to. Don't go into debt for any of these things. Do what you need to do to feel your best, but it's not really about looks as such. You can't be that superficial. So and then anyway, and then it can all get taken away in an instant. And I think we all know deep down what counts, and we all know what really matters. So there you go. It was quite a shame. You could see he was shaken, or as the Americans say, he was shook. So yeah, wow, yeah. And then there's my dog, as always, ever present in the background. And so I had a very busy weekend. The owners of that coffee shop that I made the TikTok about, complaining about the quality of the food, one of the owners, so it's a franchise. I say franchise, but my partner says it's franchise. One of the franchise owners who owns a couple of them, they reached out to me and they gave us a meal. And obviously, his branch, either they obviously prepared the best food they could, but the coffee was excellent, the cake was to die for, the food was really good. And so it's either a problem between the different branches that they are not all adhering to the same standards or whatever the case may be. But I was so happy that the way that they handle things, and we actually got to meet this owner, and he was such a nice person, handled it well, and all round I felt it was a good experience actually. And yes, I feel bad complaining on social media about the quality of the food at that coffee shop, but then again, I have spoken to the manager once or twice, and sure, they don't charge me for like the one time I said this cake is too dry and it's not nice. Yeah, he didn't charge me for it, but nothing changed. What's going to change? The next time you go there, the cake is still not up to standard and the prices are high. and we're spending our hard-earned money. So I'm kind of glad I complained. I do feel bad. Like, I never want to drag any business or person or anything through the mud. And again, I didn't do that, so I don't feel that bad. Like, I don't feel I did anything wrong. I just said what was the truth, but you do feel bad in a way that if that were your business, would you want somebody complaining on social media? So this whole experience this weekend with them handling it so well, and then me meeting the person behind, the owner, the person behind it. He's a father with 2 daughters, and I wonder if there was a better way for me to handle it. Maybe social media is not the right place to complain. I don't know. I need to sort of sit with myself and reflect and meditate on all these things. It's new for me, this being a content creator, and it comes with new responsibilities. And the more people see your stuff, the more you have to be mindful. You have to be mindful of what you say, how you say it, what you put out there in the world, because also what I put out there does show people back to themselves. And it, like, if I talk about certain things, people will think that that's the way the world is. If I am out here being good, kind, humble, honest, truthful, all the good things, people think, oh, okay, there are good people in the world. Do you know what I mean? I'm like an example to people. Not that I'm famous or anything, but what I put out, the people that watch it are seeing that is out there. And I want to I want to confirm for people that there are good people with integrity and morals, and people who self-reflect. And I don't always get things right. I'm human. But if I do something that I feel bad about, I will reflect on it, take the lesson, and learn from it, which is all anyone can do. We're all human. It's all any of us can do. And I think that is something, that is the type of person I want to be in the world. And that is something that we could all do more of, is be self-aware, look at ourselves. And so when I get, like now, I get a few criticisms on TikTok, like some people, they're all moaning. Everyone's got something to say. I have to sort of look at, is what they're saying, is there truth to it or not? Are they just speaking out of turn, or are they pointing out something that I need to look at? And so this whole thing about being on social media is quite something. It really is. And being on YouTube and all that, there's more to it than you think. A lot of youngsters, I just want to be a TikToker, I just want to be a YouTuber. But there's a lot to it, and you need a thick skin, and you need self-awareness, and obviously you need skills as well, people skills. You need to enjoy talking. But I will say, this is not something that everyone should be doing. It's harder than it looks. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that thought. I'm going to go to the gym, try and wake up and just get into the week. It's been a busy weekend, and so yeah, last night I think I slept over 9 hours. I needed the catch up. But when you oversleep, sometimes you can't wake up, eh? So there we go. But I'm going to leave you with Yogi here. Let's just see. Hey, boy. Hey? Are you also going to just chill and snooze? Hey, cute boy. So cute boy. Hey, everyone loves seeing you, I'm sure. This is his string he likes to play with. Oh, isn't that the cutest face in the whole wide world? Bye.